Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Welcome back to Gaming with Gunther, your casual gamer in a hardcore world. Today we are doing called Cthulhu, episode 2. Based on a short story, I believe, from H.P. Lovecraft, the original horror writer. Well, that would probably be Poe, but he's more of a poet. Alright, let's see what we have here. Spot hidden professional. Huh. I can't select that.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. Had nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester.
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Well, still can't ask that. Alright.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. What else we have here? Officer Bradley drove us along the cliffs of Darkwater to the Hawkins mansion. The huge house set on the edge of a steep summit looks onto the lighthouse. The place seems to be abandoned for some time. Bradley told me about an old caretaker still living here. He shouldn't prevent us from getting to the mansion. No points. Okay. Wow. 37? It looks like an old 37. Damn. Officer Bradley, this hit cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. Hawkins Mansion Gardens. The Hawkins Mansion is perched at the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbors the graves of the Hawkins family, and only the old caretaker, Silas Winchester, still roams this bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. I guess we're going this way first.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Hilltop House. These look like bills. Built in 1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. But he was made fun of in school. Hey, Wickwood. What's going on here? Well, somebody's been here recently. Charles Hawkins, 1883 to 1924. So that would make him 51.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say it's pretty
41.
gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? Steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Okay, 1892. So that would make her 32. I want to see what's back here. I don't want to miss anything. Probably nothing. Just an empty lot. Ah, there's the lighthouse.
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
Small wooden whale. A figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's a sort of toy that sailors made for their children. I can't tilt it up.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened. Sturdy and well sharpened.
I can't take it. Oh, maybe from the other side. Not a lot of action, but it's kind of seems like a good story. Maybe I could take the axe now.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Ooh. It doesn't look like I'm getting an answer there.
I'll have to find another entrance.
No, nothing up here. Kind of a cool design for an old house.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
I like the sound of that, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break into the mansion.
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
And he would have believed me? Yeah, he probably wouldn't like it if I went sniffing around his place. I'd save that for later.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Oh,
Follow me.
to wait for
I
me.
know the place. Who left this light on?
Alright, what am I gonna need here? I only need one more point. good. Alright. I probably should have got the paintings. Seeing how that's like most of the game. That must be Hawkins.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Can I light the candles? Roast beef.
What kind of meat is this?
Oh, wait, is that a fish? It's a Lovecraftian fish.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Yeah, probably horrified.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Why would you want to
Something
eat
happened
that?
at this table. An argument?
Well, I guess that's about it.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Is that a rat?
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
Where's Charles? Is that a nutcracker? Ah, dessert. Can't read the letter. Can't like that. So where's all these fucked up paintings that they're talking about?
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front, like exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? The Last Supper. Since the fire in Hawkins' mansion, the dining room has remained intact. The settings allow the places occupied by the family members to be determined. Visibly, etiquette was respected, even in private. Charles Hawkins sat at the head of the table, with wife and son on either side. The knocked-over chair could be due to something that happened after the fire, or it could confirm the theory of a domestic argument. Clearly, the roast was untouched in certain plates. The meat, mysteriously preserved since then, seems to have been the subject of dispute between the Hawkins couple. Key to the tradesman's entrance. I've got hold of the key that opens the door to the tradesman's entrance of the Hawkins mansions. I hope that it was worth the risk. Wedding painting. I was gonna say photo, but it's not.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way.
Ah, there's a balcony. Ah. I was gonna say there's no door up there.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Ah, he was drunk. Is that everything? What's out here?
Did someone escape the fire?
No, can't go out. Is there anything else? Ah.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
There's a missing painting.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Guess that's about it.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, more letters I can't read. It was the rat. I knew it. Ah, new medical point. Oh, I have 2 points. Okay. I'll put one here. One here. Oh, there's a letter.
Lyrics of the Drunken Sailor. A sea shanty.
Alright, probably getting ahead of myself here.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Oh, there's only one other person. The caretaker.
This door is locked.
Ah, okay. I can't go in there. Is there anything else in here?
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
I don't need that right now. Alright, I'm backtracking.
This door is blocked from the outside.
No, can't go up.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Wow, Frankenstein's that old? I know it was 1800. I thought it was later in the 1800s.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
A copy of the novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. A classic, especially for a family of ship owners.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
What was that? Oh, another medical book.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
I thought it was another book.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
A rare edition of Jules Verne's novel. Crowbar, found in Hawkins Manor. It probably belongs to the caretaker, Silas.
A crowbar could prove useful.
Yeah, that locked door.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Oh wait, this is a different area. Thought that's where I came in, but that's the block stairway.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of a Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Willard. Ooh, all kinds of clues. Smashed oil lamp, according to police report. This lamp is the cause of the accidental fire that destroyed the mansion. However, blood stains on the debris tell a very different story. Sarah's shoe, a partly burned shoe. It seems like it belonged to Sarah Hawkins. Broken clock. The glass of this heavy clock is broken and the hands show 10 o'clock. It could give the time of the fire or have nothing to do with it. The scene of the fire. Contradicting the police report, the Hawkins drawing room tells a totally different version of the fire that claimed the whole family, beginning with the presence of a handprint that throws up the possibility of a survivor. The bodies of Charles and Sarah Hawkins left no mark on the floor, nor, to that matter, in the drawing room, contrary to that of the child, still visible close to the fireplace. The same goes for the glass shards on the floor. A close inspection reveals the presence of blood in several of them. On the wall, the very clear mark left by a painting found in the Hawkins warehouse confirms that the Hawkins case could be much more than domestic accident. Charles is still alive. Guarantee you. Okay, I read that. Right, there's something else there. This collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. A precise and very detailed treatise on a the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. Alright. Now what else is here? There's a whole hallway here. Okay, 3 more doors. Oh, 4. Alright, start with this one.
Locked.
Can't use a crowbar. Is this a playroom?
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Okay.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Yeah, the mother's paintings. Okay. The boy's room. In the little boy's room, an abandoned book on the bed and toys scattered on the ground talk about the everyday life of a normal family. But the disturbing drawings in the sleeping pills raise suspicions that even Simon Hawkins may have been suffering from mental illness. Was the boy able to see things like her mother pretended to be? Like her mother thought it was a boy. What's with the scratch there?
Locked.
Yeah, I already tried that. Oh, this one.
What will her room reveal about her?
She has her own room, even though she's married.
Perfect.
Ah, this is a locked door.
Locked.
Oh.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it? This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Yeah, she made some pretty good money.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will bind us. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Ceremonial circle. If the creature is not yet anchored in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work. As long as this person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyphs that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all of proven reliability. Extract taken from Malaris Besterium by Abigail G. Sweet nothings. Charles Hawkins scribbled a kind word to his wife. Anything new? Nope.
Bradley? Is that you?
Okay, been there. What's up here? Oh, door's open. That's where scratchers go.
Is anyone there?
That's him.
You! Stop!
He doesn't run very fast.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Oh, cool. I don't need my lighter anymore.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go? It looks like an old Seaway map.
Somebody has added coordinates to this old sea map. They make up a journey.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Oh, I need oil. Okay. I don't need fluid for lighter, though.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
In this photograph, Charles Hawkins and Captain Fitzroy are posing with a third man. They seem close.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. Damnation. I can't budge these gears. I need a tool. With this, I should be able to force the gears.
There it goes.
Well done, Pierce.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Charles Hawkins was a sort of traveler, right?
More like an adventurer, I guess. He left for months, exploring remote places and abandoned temples.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Seems like this came from a log.
Sailor's logbook. Monday, 24th of May, 1847. 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th May, 1847. 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st of June, 1847, 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beast, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told him that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday, 4th of June, 1847, 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. Wednesday, 23rd of June, 1847. 33 north, 53 west. We caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th June, 1847. Dark water, we have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Skyla and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
There's a Scylla, I think it's Scylla. That's how they're pronouncing it. Yeah, I need to see what's up in this attic. How did I get up there? I already looked at that. Did I see this?
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Ah, there are clues up here. Okay, where are they? Where's the outside? This area. What did I miss? Oh, nice car. Oh, he's got 2 cars. Lucky. Okay, what am I missing here? It's saying I still have clues.
Locked.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, there's a drawer. Okay.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as a depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that, I know something. Is that what I missed? The icon is gone. Nope. It's back. What am I looking for here?
What was going through that boy's mind?
Oh, there's another drawer. Nothing in it though. Okay, what am I missing?
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who has the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. Hold on 1 second.
Locked. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Oh, my mic's been off. A map of Darkwater, hand drawn by Charles Hawkins. Some places have been circled. Okay, what else is there? Okay, I already looked
The
at
Scylla.
that.
It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
Okay, I already talked to him. Ah, new section. I don't know if I found everything or not. No, I found everything I need anyway. Well, I'll probably end it here. But let's see what's coming up.
Secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
So he's able to open that and close it. before he chased him down. Alright, we'll continue this chapter probably tomorrow. Well, anyway, this has been Gunther, your casual gamer in a hardcore world, wishing you all a good day. Remember, casual gamers have more fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.